All right, hey. Morning, everybody. How's everybody in the YouTube world? I see a giant field right there. I ain't as chipper as I was when I started the last video because this is just taking a lot longer than what I thought it was. I may go out here and see what this is. I may try to get Julie and them to pick me up somewhere else, but I don't know, man. Dadgummit, I started off to do this and I want to be able to do it. I want to be able to finish it. And these trails here have not been kept up near as good. I'm probably going to have red bugs and ticks and everything else. But anyway, so here's what's going on. I started out in the last video. If you hadn't watched it, go back. I started over on Sheep Ranch Road, probably 5 or 6 miles from here, and I still got 5 or 6 miles to go. Like I said, I'm about halfway. And if you look at it on the map, I'm not close to a road. I'm not close to anything. And way over yonder is Choctaw Lake, which is my destination. That's where this trail goes. You can start at Sheep Ranch on the yellow markers, follow it, and go all the way to Choctaw Lake. I am completely out of water. I do have one Gatorade and one little apple crisp bar. I'm probably just trying to get me a little energy for this second half. There used to be, or so there was a natural spring on this bike trail. I remembered it off one of the blue trails, so I walked a little ways out of the way to it, and that sucker was dried up. And I was really excited I was gonna get to fill my water bottle up. So anyway, no water, it's getting hot and that's not good, but we're gonna make it. So I'll see y'all here in a little bit. Well, I'll tell you what. So Lost Cemetery Road's this way. I started way down here, and now I would say probably about right there, maybe halfway. Choctaw Lake's still way up here. That's the orange. I'm supposed to go this way, yellow. I tell you, bad. I want to get down in that creek and just wash my face off, but I've been looking. There just ain't no good way down there. I would love to get down there in it. You know, sometimes just that little bit of that cool water make all the difference in the world. Obviously, you don't want to drink that water because you don't ever know what's laying upstream, and you get Giardia or something like that. That stuff's bad. So I was debating on, I don't know if I ever find an outlet, a woods road or something, going out to a gravel road and getting them to come pick me up, but I'm bad hard-headed, and I set out to make it to Choctaw Lake, and by gosh, I want to make it to Choctaw Lake. But I will say this, it ain't gonna be ooh, look here. So Choctaw Lake, 2.4 miles. So 30, probably another 45 minutes. I think I'll be there. So we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Makes you feel better when you see something like that. Headed that way. All right, so when I started this trek, I said I wasn't going to stop, and I hadn't. I mean, even when I've been drinking water and stuff, I've been walking, just getting it out of my bag. But I am bad wanting to sit down and just rest my legs a little bit, but I shouldn't have but about another, I don't know, mile and a half to go. A big old pretty beech tree. Look at that beech tree right there. You don't realize how big it is. That thing is huge. So I kind of lost my trail orange. I would say it goes this way. It's gonna go right by the big beech tree. I'll show y'all this big beech tree. So, oh, it is gonna go right by it. So, to kind of take my mind off sitting down, look at that thing. I mean, a giant. I'm gonna give y'all an update on Aiden. I'm about whooped too. So a lot of you have been asking about Aiden when he leaves to go to Queens and this, that, and other. So Aiden applied for nursing school. Just because with all the stuff that's going on with the transfer portal, with the scholarships, and college baseball is a mess. College sports are a mess, but that's a video for a whole nother day. Anyway, he applied for nursing school just as a backup. And in case something happened, you know, you never know. Schools bring in more kids than they're supposed to. 2 or 3 kids get in the portal from big Division I schools because they don't make it there. Teams like Queens pick those kids up, and I don't know, there's not a whole lot of loyalty in college sports anymore. That was not the case with Aiden. Queens has been amazing, but Aiden got accepted into nursing school. So after he got accepted, you know, he had a deadline when he had to accept or not, and he had his heart and mind set on going to Queens to play baseball, so he turned it down. Never really talked to us about it, but looking back, since we've been talking for a month or so since then, you know, he always hated he turned it down. Aiden's always, or not always, he just here lately, he's really just been kind of wanting to get life started. He's always wanted to be a nurse. So anyway, turned down the whole nursing gig. And about 2 weeks before he was supposed to leave for Queens, he called me and Julie downstairs 5:30 one morning. Said, hey, I want to talk to y'all. So we sat down at the table, and he said, I don't want to go to Queens. I don't want to play baseball anymore. You know, I'm tired. I'm kind of beat up. Aiden's had knee surgery. He's got a shoulder that had been bothering him. Just lots of different things. And the fact that he's been just killing it at baseball since he was 7 or 8 years old. Still loves the game. He's been doing some baseball stuff since then, but he just said, I want to go to nursing school. I'm ready to, you know, unless the Lord opens another door, another year, maybe 2 at Queens, and I'm gonna be done. He said I wanted to go to nursing school, so we thought, well, dang, you know, we done turned nursing school down, so we don't need to back out of Queens and a $40,000 scholarship to Queens until we find out what goes on with nursing school. We had a long conversation. You know, my conversation to Aiden always has been, you play baseball until the game tells you can't. When the game tells you can't, then you rock on. But I told Aiden sitting at the table, all the work we've done with baseball, I mean, I can't tell you probably millions of cuts Aiden has taken, the balls he's caught, the hundreds of thousands of baseballs that I've thrown, my dad threw, other coaches threw. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'll tell all you parents, if any of you got any questions, you may be thinking you're gonna go through the same, or you are. It sucked for a little while, but it's not my dream. It's Aiden's dream, and he has been a different kid since then. But that was my thing. I always wanted him to play until the game told him he couldn't. So anyway, he called the director of nursing or sent an email or something, I don't know, and said, hey, You know, I was accepted. I'm Aiden Fancher. I was turned it down, but I decided I want to go to nursing, and they didn't have a spot. So, you know, really didn't know what he was going to do. We really prayed about it as a family. He was just dead set on not doing the whole Queens thing, not doing the baseball thing. A day later, maybe 2 days later, she called him, said, "Hey, Aiden, we just had somebody drop out of the program. You want the spot?" He said, "Yeah." So, I mean, you know, the Lord opens doors. The Lord closes doors also. He opens doors, but Aiden has been he's already started nursing school. He's in his 3rd week, doing well, lots of studying, but he's a different kid. Hadn't missed baseball a bit. He did the right thing, called the coaches, talked to them personally, and, you know, I'm gonna be honest, and just for all you baseball dads that are out there watching, coaches love you, don't get me wrong. Now, Aiden's got some coaches in his past that really love him and he stays in contact with. But in this situation, hey, Aiden, thanks for calling. Wish you luck. Next man up. That's basically how the conversation went. And since then, like a week later, the main coach that was at Queens that recruited Aiden left, and he went to Austin P. So, I mean, you know, hindsight's always 20/20, but you look back and it sure seems like I said, the Lord opened doors, the stars lined up, and Aiden's on his way to being a registered nurse. Take care of me and Julie when we get old. Have I told y'all I was out of water? Oh. All right, so still hadn't stopped. My old legs had done got tired, but I'm making it. I got to be getting close. I hadn't looked, but I figure, I don't know, a mile, maybe less, something like that. I know I'm getting pretty close because these trails I'm back on, you can see how clean they are. So when they're close to an entrance like that, they stay pretty clean. People can keep them up, and people use them a lot. So I'll be glad to get there. Aiden's actually coming and picking me up. The girls, since it's Saturday, I think this is the last Saturday Lake Teocata's gonna be open. So Julie was gonna take them to the lake, let them slide on the water slide, get some ice cream, stuff like that. I'm ready to get up here to Choctaw Lake and this boat ramp. I may jump in the lake when I get there. Hey, look at here. Thank you, Lord, thank you. I ain't never been so glad to see this lake. So 12.2 miles. I just looked at my little stepometer. That's what it ended up being. But I'm gonna tell you what, I will be glad no lips is sticking together. Glad to get something cold in me. Get towards the house and get something to eat. All right, so I am at the house. Aiden came to pick me up. I was gonna video me and him talking a little bit, but I'm gonna tell you what, by the time he got there, he had me some sweet tea, some bananas, and some strawberries. I am gassed. I ain't even had a bath yet, but I'm home. It's about probably 1:30. Julie and Ainsley and Sarah Kate are going to Lake Teocata. So I think in a little bit I'm going to get upstairs. I'm going to fool with some of my elk gear. So y'all stay tuned. We'll look at a little elk gear. Might shoot my bow a little bit before we get done with this video. But That little walk wasn't no joke now. I mean, it was no joke, but it was good. And I challenge all of you. I mean, I'm not saying you have to set out to do a 12-mile walk, but challenge yourself, you know, whether it be at work, whether it be at church, maybe with your tithe. If you're not tithing at all, then start tithing. If you are tithing, then challenge yourself to give a little more. Maybe at work, if you're a salesman like me, work an extra hour every day. Start a little bit earlier. Start a daily devotion. If you like to exercise, you know, challenge yourself, push yourself. That's probably the best way for me, just not to get in a rut. And I am bad to get in a rut, so I try to stay out of the rut by pushing myself and challenging myself. So just make sure you challenge yourself on a daily basis. All right, so I just ate a little bit. Had some corn flakes and some banana cut up in it. It's pretty good if you hadn't tried it. But anyway, I'm gonna wait and save the starting fooling my gear for the next video. And also, I got Aiden a new site from HHA, so I'll also kind of do a video there, maybe about just how you set it up. But I was gonna talk to you guys about the walk that I went on, and I'm gonna try to do that. I got 2 more weekends, I think, before I leave, so I'm gonna try to do that at least 2 more times. Challenge yourself, you know, if not on a daily basis or a weekly basis, you know, kind of like I said in the first video, get outside your comfort zone a little bit. I mean, walking that 12 miles, I mean, it was fun, enjoyable, but there's lots of times that especially when you do it by yourself, that it wasn't just the most fun. But I just wanted to go do it I mean, sometimes you just want to do stuff just to go do it and say you did. But I am going to do it a couple more times. I'm going to try to take Brother Mark with me. That's actually on his bucket list to do because he's never done it. So I'm going to be sure and take him with me. But lots of stuff coming. Like I said, I got a lot of my elk gear that I'm fit to start getting together. My bow is shooting great. Shoulders are doing pretty good. I've been doing some strength training with them. I'll try to get over to Dad's one day, and we'll do a little video with him also. Man, elk season is getting here quick, fast, and in a hurry, and I absolutely can't wait. So hope everybody has a good week at work, at school. Just whatever you do it with all your heart and all thy might. Appreciate y'all following the Fanchers. God bless. Jesus saves. See y'all.